Start recording too. We were kind of doing double duty. Alright. First match. Hopefully this is a fun league. Good old 4-land Emrakul hand. I think we're still supposed to keep this. Got some early interaction. Especially with our opponent mulliganing. Affinity? Yep. All this will be a fun in. Sure. We have an affinity sighting. Pass. All right. Etched Championes. Okay. Go ahead and bolt that. Take one, go to 17. Alright. Play out the island. Pass. Unfortunately, we don't have the most interesting draw in the world. We're going to be able to replay Ravager here. Alright. Well, if we can live until turn 5, we should win. So that is certainly questionable here. Alright, Searing Visions. Play a Visions. See what our future holds. I think we'll go ahead and top Cryptic Command. So if we survive this turn, Cryptic and then incinerate their board pretty much. Alright, Cryptic Command, good draw, pass. Alright, so fortunately I don't think Breach on its own is quite enough. So tap all creatures, draw a card. Four mana Fog. Okay, Remand. Not precisely what we're looking for here. Alright, so we can Breach. 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess we hold up Remand. Hope that's enough. This isn't the easiest game when we really haven't had much interaction. Another Etch Champion that they won't be able to cast. Good, remand that. Need to stop drawing lands. Alright. Alright, Electrolyze gives us a way to finish off the game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can keep 2 permanents, so maximum of 3 power. Play through the breach. Put in an Emrakul. See how they decide to approach this. It's possible we should have breached last turn. I was thinking they could sack everything to Ravager and make a big dude, but that wouldn't leave them with enough permanents. Annihilate 6. Alright, so they're leaving. So we still need to draw something to win here. Everything goes away. Okay, and there's an Ornery Thopter. So I don't think we sacrifice this fetch in case one of their cards is Galvblast. Dead. Alright. Thought Metalcraft was 4, it's actually 3. So we want that. Want the Ceremonious Rejections. Want the Grudges. Threads? Maybe? Probably want the Angers. Blood Moons out of here. Get that Roast out of here. Don't really like Remands. Yeah. For some reason I thought it was 4 permanents, not 3. Yeah, Roast is good, but some of the other stuff might be better. I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, I know. Then what to cut? Some of the cryptics? I'm not the pro. This is my first time playing the deck. Cryptic. Yeah, I know command's too slow, but I don't think I want to cut all of them either. Because it is our only out to a resolved champion. Maybe shave a snap? Another command and a snap? Huh. I don't know. My first time trying to play this particular build of Blue Moon, so give me a bit of a break. Really, deck? Yeah, this one seems much more reasonable. Though we still have the virtual... Okay, never mind. I'm gonna say we still have the virtual through the breach, or Emrakul mulligan, but I guess through the breach on top doesn't make that. You talking about the 7-card hand? Oh, heck no. Uh-oh, did he suddenly switch to burn? Well, that does make our uh, Ancient Grudges a little worse. I think we're probably going to have to go get a Stomping Ground with this. Ew. Okay, Ink Moth. Yeah, that's annoying. Steel Overseer. Huh. Okay, it's going to resolve. Question is, what am I doing with my mana on end step? The welding jar or the... Oh, I intend to grudge on end step. I'm just trying to figure out if there was something else we wanted to do with our mana. Yeah, I know. Oh, okay. Or not. We may still lose because we don't have lands, but I think that was hashtag punt opponent. Oh. Either that or they have plating and they really want that to... Uh, huh. Yeah, Ravager's in. Uh, is it Charm? Do I grudge this or do I? Huh. I think I gotta take out this Ravager now, but with what? Yeah, Bolt doesn't do it. Now I'm probably gonna lose because of the land situation. Okay, well that helps a little bit. Yeah, I was a little constrained on mana. I was more interested in getting that Overseer off the board than the Grudge on the jar. Okay. Is my opponent, like, trying to punt this game away? Want the land. So what's the worst thing that could happen here? I think the worst thing that could happen is plating, and do I even care? I think I want to hit my land drops here. Well, that's one way to hit land drops. Question is, what am I binning? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I binning snap here? One of them's definitely Emrakul. And I'll have Bolt in the yard. I think it's Snap is the other one. The trigger happen. Mountain, pass. Alright, well, this is going to work out well then. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we bolt the pest. Nuke his board. Alright, there goes your board. Alright. I mean, it wasn't a win, even if it kind of was. Don't understand why people concede in that situation. Now, hey, now, some of my opponents are actually really good. Like the Dredge player I played against with the red-white the red-white Sun and Moon deck actually knew how to play around sweepers. So, do I change anything on the play? Threads would be tempting. I don't know. He must have F6 through a couple of turns. I honestly expected the sack to Ravager, if nothing else, sacking the Ravager and getting like the etched up to a 4 or 5 power. Yeah, it's internet connection. I can't. I can make the cards bigger, but I can't improve the quality. I'm still on the wonderful DSL, so screen isn't full size, so I can see the chat, Matt. One drops are 3 rejections, 4 visions, 2 spell snare, 4 bolts. And I got to make a decision quick because it's about time to maybe get the Cryptic out of here, get the last snap in. Two drops were 4 snaps, 2 grudges, 2 roasts, 2 Izzet charms. Turn 1 snare is good if they don't have... So we have the combo. We have snap. If we hit lands, I think this hand wins fairly well. It might be. Especially if they're on the Infectorino plan. Play the Tarn and pass. I don't know, though. I think I win... Blood Moon's fine, but I think I win more by interacting with them up until the point where the combo happens. Do I even care about Rest in Peace? I guess I do, to a certain extent. This were Burn, maybe I could give you some professional tips, but this isn't Burn. Why? Because of Rest in Peace? A card that's maybe a 1 of in their sideboard with maybe one copy of do I just roast this freaking... Yeah, I think I roast this. Yeah, I hear you. I don't think there's anything I can do about that either, is the annoying part. It's like a 3 or 4 second delay. Feels bad roasting a Mem Knight, man. So to hold up, really need to find a grudge or something. Okay. So I'm gonna take a bit of a beating this turn. Question is, can they... So next turn I go Snap Roast on Overseer, and then Breach. Hope they don't have enough permanents. Why would you activate... You're going to Galv Blast me when you're on the Infect plan. Really? I guess we'll see when I go to Snap Roast the Overseer if he does. Because I don't think he'll let that resolve. Nope, he doesn't have the Pierce. One, two, three, four, five. So I'm dead to plating. What? Why? Alright. Roast. Why are you gal blasting my face? Especially when you're very clearly on the infect plan. 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I just dead to this? Yeah, it's good. I think I might... I'm dead to Exaxes. Yeah, freaking... Cranial plating off the top. Magic. Oh, magic. Good old magic. So, alright, we're on the play. We've got Remain, we've got Roast. I think we keep this. Nothing like getting punked out. Punked out by the last minute plating. Oh, okay. So if we find a Blood Moon, this game's over. But we do only have 2 in the main, so can't necessarily count on that. Okay. We're playing around Remand inadvertently. Bolt. Sure. Well, we got the breach. Now we just need to find some way to interact in the next turn cycle, counterspell preferably. Alright. Okay, Remand isn't horrible. Yeah, sure. I'll eat up your whole turn. Okay, there's Electrolyze. GG, opponent. Um, Alright. So... Blood Moon. Negate. Is a roast necessary? Engineer doesn't really get anything. Threads doesn't touch much of their threats. Anger, no. Grudge, maybe? Because some lists have Chalice. Roast doesn't kill Primetime, does kill some of their other idiots. Dispels. Dispels only if they're on the Breach plan, but we didn't see Breach, so we don't know. And I think Chandra kind of indicates they're not on the Breach plan. Dispels? Okay, for what, though, other than Breach? Yeah, I guess hedging a little bit against Pact. Those versions don't run a ton of packs, though. Guess Remand isn't as great on the draw. And Electrolyze is probably kind of meh. I'd rather... cut a bolt. I want some bolts because I need some way to kill them after Emrakul hits. Yeah, I sided out some. Suppose I should have left Remands in. Well, if we find a red source, this game is over. But is that good enough? Yeah, I think we got to risk it. Which means probably turn 1 search again. Yep. Alright, Serum is good. Okay, another Blood Moon, a Misty, and a Sulphur Falls. I don't think we want the Misty right now. I think we do want the Sulphur Falls. We'll see if they fetch around Blood Moon. It's possible they won't. Alright, Farseek, sure. So 4, 5. Hold up Dispel in case they have Breach. But if they don't get a basic Forest here, they may not cast anything this game after this turn. Yeah, Baloth is annoying. Especially since I should have kept the Misty. Punished. Because I need the third one for... Okay, I have enough Blood Moons now, thank you. Yeah, I don't understand why they don't play around Blood Moon out of these decks. This is... I don't know how many times I've seen an opponent get nailed like that. Yeah. Well, maybe. I only sided out 1 bolt, so... And our opponent brought in Crumble Dust against us. Okay. we see another mountain. Will Baloth beat down and get there? Maybe. I only have one roast in the deck. So that's going to punish us. So I need a second Bolt or an Electrolyze? Or a Snap? Alright, if we die to this Baloth, it's going to be pretty sad. Hmm. Alright. Oh. Alright, Romans are coming back in. The roast is coming in. The bolts can go out. Guess we'll try it like that. What else am I going to board in? The one Electrolyze is there because I have nothing else to board in. The remaining sideboard was Rejections, Bolts, Ancient Grudges. Okay. Rest of the sideboard was Threads, 3 Ceremonious, 2 Ancient Grudge, 4 Bolts, the 2 Angers, an Electrolyze, and Engineered Explosives. None of those are better than an Electrolyze. Maybe a Bolt might be better than an Electrolyze. Your sarcasm is noted. Gotta get an island here. Draw basic mountain. Sure. Oh, look at that. They're playing them around Blood Moon now. uh... Sure, Snapcaster. Sure. Serum Visions. I think we still have Visions here. Don't think I want the spell right now. I think I do want one more land drop. Then after that, we're just looking for Emrakul to end this nightmare. Prismatic Omen. Well then. I think we do have to remand this, although they're just going to turn around and play it again. Which means a Titan could kill us. Because we don't have a way to... No, I guess we do still have Snap Remand. Yeah, I couldn't Visions and hold up all the Snapcaster shenanigans. That's why I was kind of like, okay, or we can just do that. Through the Breach, Emrakul. Alright, there goes your board. 3, 4, 5. I suppose not, but there was stuff I was looking for. Hey, one good turn of luck deserves another after I got top decked out by that stupid cranial plating. Are they going to put themselves dead on board to a Snapcaster? Okay, sure. Alright. Oh, of course they've got the Steve. Question is, do you have Steve and Bolt? Snapcaster Mage for no value. Alright, that was finally the win. Okay, before we go further with the league, that way everybody can know the cards. The main deck is 4 Serum Visions, 2 Spell Stare, 4 Lightning Bolt, 4 Remand, 4 Snap, 1 Roast, 2 Izzet Charm, 2 Electrolyze, 2 Blood Moon, 3 Cryptic, 4 Breach, 4 Emrakul. Sideboard is 2 Dispel, 3 Rejection, 1 Negate, 2 Ancient Grudge, a Roast, 2 Threads of Disloyalty, 3rd Blood Moon, 2 Angers, and an Engineered. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in this evening. Special thank you to the sarcastic Iron Man in the chat there. See if we can continue to Emrakul our opponents out of the game. Since this is friendly leagues, I'm... Yes, how long have I known you? Oh no, the lucky part I know I was definitely lucky. This is a mulligan. This is already a mulligan, but I think I keep it. 3rd land, sure. Humans! Oh, this is... Yeah, this was not the hand to keep against humans. Yes. Okay, I have a Through the Breach. Okay, Electrolyze Island. I think I want to Electrolyze. Yes, I know I kept a 2 Emrakul hand, but 2 lands, Serve Missions, Blood Moon is not something you can easily pass up, going to 5. I think I keep Electrolyze, although my opponent's creatures could definitely get out of range of that. Oh, this is Elves. Alright. But since when is Elves playing Avacyn's Pilgrim? Just, that's confusing. And their draw can't possibly be good if they're playing a Zurion too. No, I know they play white, but I don't think Miriam's list had... I don't think Ross Merriam's list had Avacyn's Pilgrim. It was just playing Llanowar and Elvish Mystic. Okay, Heritage Druid. Okina. Target legendary creature gets +1/+1. Alright, well... I'm not saying it doesn't seem okay, I'm just saying it's... kinda... Should I do this during their upkeep? Yeah, I think we do it during their upkeep. Force them to use the mana on their turn. Because they're just going to regenerate. Or do I just kill Yuzuri? Maybe. I'm just thinking, do I kill Azuri now, or do I kill their Heritage Druid? Because they can regen the Heritage Druid. That's why I was thinking on doing it during upkeep. But... Oh, Okina protects it. Never mind. So I guess I'm just doing the... I mean, if they have Collected Company, they have Collected Company. At least they're tapping out main phase for it. I can't kill Zuri. Okina would keep it from dying. See, gives it +1/+1. Electrolyze wouldn't be able to kill it. It's kind of like a Pendelhaven, but only for Yuzuri. Okay. Are you Collected Companying then, or courting? Courting for 3? Archdruid? Alright. And you're just going to let your other elves die. Alright. It's Okina, the Temple of the Grandfathers. It's the legendary that gives them 1 green mana, or they can 1 a green, tap it. Legendary creature can get +1/+1. Alright, need to find probably Bolt here, or we're just dead. Oh, Lightning Bolt on top. And yeah, I think we're just dead here. I think one Yuzuri overrun kills us. Nykthos, jeez. We're gonna get hammer timed. Six, yeah, that's game. Alright, now that we know they're on elves, Blood Moons can come out. Engineered can come in. Dispels can come in. Roast can come in. Angers can come in. I don't think Remands are particularly fantastic. Okay. Good night, man. Let's see, I think snares don't have many targets. And huh. Bringing threads or not? Okay. Spell snares, Remands. Gates, ceremonious rejection. Gate. So that's how the mana curve is. Does threads make any sense? Maybe. Or this remand makes more sense. Guess we'll bring in a couple remands. Yes. Roast, Dispel, Anger of the Gods. Yeah, I think we keep this. Relics? Sure. Everybody's got the Relic of Progenitai. Go get a Steam Vents here. Okay, we see Island. Play Misty and Pass. Metal Sentinel. Okay. Elvish Mystic. Sure. Go and fetch. Oh, Magic Online, making me click on buttons that aren't even truly necessary. Go and roast this. That way they can't combo off with Heritage Druid this turn. Elves. Elves are all you need. Alright. Need to find through the breach. Opponent does not appear to have much going on. Okay. Choke. Sideboard card nobody plays, and I always manage to see it. Okay. How'd I manage to lose to elves? Choke. Oh, modern and your hate cards. Alright. Snapcaster, sure. Alright, so gotta get the stomping ground. Gotta get the steam vents. Okay. So if I ever hit another blue source, I can blow out this choke. But for right now, I have to Anger of the Gods this stuff away. Dispel. Okay, there goes Relic. Alright, well, have a lightning bolt. Guess that's something at least. Need to see a Sulphur Falls. Another collected company? Yep, Missouri. Okay. Bolt your user. Alright, there's a Scalding Tarn. Now I just need another source of mana. And maybe we can get these. I think if we get this choke off the board, will be great. Anger of the Gods. Not the card we were looking for. It is if we can untap our lands, but... Alright, here comes the Elf Beatdown. Okay, Sulfur Falls, cool. Alright. Fortunately, we don't have any interaction in the meantime. Hello. Collected company in response? Sure. Go get an island here. One. Blue. Green. That's engineered. Yep, Emrakul's been pretty good. Not helping in this situation, but eventually if we do... So if our opponent doesn't kill us in this turn cycle, or have something like Rex Sage, though, I think this game might be actually in pretty good shape. Rex Sage would be a blowout here. Get hit for 3, go to 7. Yeah, in Standard. It's still legal in Modern, though. Hmm. Do I anger away their board or just pop? Hmm. Yeah, it was just banned in Standard. It wasn't banned in Modern. I think the only deck I've seen try to play the new one in Modern is some of the Eldrazi Tron lists in the early goings tried to play it. So we could die here, but I think I just hold up very slow engineered explosives here. Okay, no company at end of turn. So we take our 3 here. Yeah, Constrictor really... I mean, I guess it played Emrakul itself, but... Yeah, I know what you meant. The old Delirium list did play one Emrakul, though, so they filled out lost some, too. I think we just... Anger the Gods here. Clean up their board. So I guess I could Visions, but I'd rather hold up Remand. think we'll just snap bolt that. Snapcaster on bolt. Bolt your dude. Another island is not what we're looking for here. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are a long way from hard casting an Emrakul. So I think we cast Serum Visions. Huh. Okay. I think I want both of those cards. And I'll just play out the island, because I'm just going to loot away that Emrakul. Yeah, just 4 more lands. Like your way of thinking. But I think at this point we're on the keep them under control plan, so get rid of one of the Emrakuls. Yeah, looking like we might win this game. We're getting there. Didn't know hardcast Emrakul was going to be on my bucket list. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess I play it out. Should probably hold it for looting, though. Oh, well, we know our opponent now has multiple chokes, so that's good to know. Selfless Spirit? Really? Well, I think at the moment I gotta remand that because I don't have an answer to it, which is kind of annoying. Okay. 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so guess we breach an Emrakul, force them to... Huh. So, engineered on red, and... Okay. Okay, opponent scooped it up. Alright. Yeah, it would be amazing. Not exactly what this deck is trying to do, though. So... Alright. So... Alright. Somehow we got out of that mess, but we still have to play them again. Rejections, snares... negates, remands... I think we might want the negate now that we've seen Collected Company, Choke, and Company. Ancient Grudges, Blood Moons. I think we try it like this. Want that one of negate just in case. Roast, Bolt, Emrakul, sure. One of these things does not belong. Okay, Electrolyze. Guess I get that to play around them having No, they haven't too many basics for Blood Moon to be good, so. Selfless Spirit, yep. Alright. Unfortunately, cannot roast Selfless Spirit. We just go for the choke here. Doesn't look like it. Okay, Archdruid, sure. So, roast. Yeah, it's still gonna resolve. Keep seeing islands, but man, if they had a choke here, we're in some trouble. Yep, another Archdruid. Okay. Anger of the Gods would feel real good right about now. Or do they have the choke anyway? Nope. 4 Archdruids. Okay. Rather not say exactly. I live in Ohio. Nice. How's things down in Texas? Is it as hot as you think it would be this time of year? Snap roast. Uh, hasn't been too terribly bad. Um, we've had a lot of like 70 and 80-degree days, so for this time of year, not too bad. Alright, here come the knuckleheads. Block the Dwynens. Go to 10. Yeah. My dad was actually born in Texas, so. Serum Visions. Hoping to see a breach here. Well, can't complain about Anger of the Gods. Still a choke here would be bad. Okay, Heritage Druid, sure. Other Searing Visions. So definitely want access to another Anger. Pass. Thanks for following, Stony. Well, that's good. Do you just normally play Standard, or do you play any other formats too? Seven. Alright, can stop drawing lands now. Anger of the Gods. What do you like to play in Modern whenever you get a chance to play? So, Devoted Druid, unfortunately, has no power for our opponent. Okay. Can stop floating out now, would be nice. Snapcaster on what? Serum Visions? On Serum Visions. I just want to find the breach and end this game. Alright, so sounds like you have a pretty decent range. Mostly aggro, it looks like, though. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and end step the breach. That way we'll play around any type of nonsense I'm not thinking of. And I can still hold up. Yeah, this is the thing about control decks, is sometimes they take forever to win. Dex Watch Recruiter. Do I even care? I don't think so. Sure. Yeah, I tend to, ironically in paper, I tend to play more, aggro decks. So, okay. We just tap their team down, Emrakul just kills them, so I think tap all creatures down, draw a card. Maybe I'm playing a little too cautiously, but I just don't want to lose. And I'll fetch at end of turn, get all the mana I might need. Okay. So it's through the breach with Emrakul. Make sure I don't skip my attack step. It's a concession. It is. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, I thought with that choke game too that was just going to be a loss, but somehow managed to just fight them just enough. So what's it like working in a card shop? I've never actually worked at one. I have a friend who owns one, but he's into as much as comics as he is Magic, so kind of his forte. Hmm. This is a weird hand. Definitely a very weird hand. So if I draw any spells, I get to play them multiple times. Sure, what the heck. Opponent plays Island. Pass. So Island could be hard to say. Could be Merfolk. Though my money is on turns, maybe? Yeah, that sounds like a pretty decent deal. So you play Constrictor. Deck is fun. In terms of viability, I think it's probably a meta-dependent deck to a certain extent, because control has to be reasonable and the red removal has to be good. So, yep, we don't have the right hand to deal with this nonsense. Deck seems fine overall. I played a different version of Blue Moon and had some fun with it. A lot of it depends on, like, how much value you can get out of Blood Moon, how much value you can get out of Snapcaster. Win cons. It wrecked L's because I got lucky. Because they landed a choke and I managed to draw my one engineered explosives and get out from underneath of it. Otherwise, they would have stolen that game too. We did beat Scape Shift because of Blood Moon, and we did beat Elves. Do think the removal package is pretty good against Elves if they don't. Okay, Cryptic Command is a good card. Cryptic Command is always a good card. But if they go for... So if they go for the tap-out plan, I think I have to bounce. It looks like they might be. 4 mana. Really? This feels awful. Counter target spell. Turn target permanent to its owner's hand. Counter that, turn that. That will slow down your... Now they can take their turns. Yeah, I don't have the right setup this game. I mean, keeping the 3-snap 4-land hand was a risk anyway, and my removal spells are basically useless in this matchup, so it's all about trying to outmaneuver them. Sideboard, it'll get a lot better. At least we know they won't be playing Choke. Sorry, for those of you just tuning in, I just played against an elf opponent that I was wondering what version of Constrictor do you play? Do you play the energy version or do you play the Traverse? Well, yeah, this game's probably over. Do you play the Traverse Delirium version? Sure, go crazy. Chances are we've probably lost, but with taking turns, you gotta sit there and make them have it. Sorry for the boredom. Feel free to talk, any questions or anything while your stuff froze. Well, could look like something froze because not a whole lot's going on other than them casting time spells. uh, this is the way we bore everybody, bore everybody, bore everybody. Yep, okay. Player just draws and discards a card. Ooh. Well, guess we discard Roast, because that's not doing anything. Don't think we'll get another turn, but if we do, we could potentially breach them. Yeah, Constrictor. Are you playing the black-green version or not the black-green, the energy version or the delirium version? Yeah, I think that's enough to warrant a concession. Alright, now on to sideboarding, now that we're all good and asleep. Alright, so we want the negate, want the dispels. Blood Moon, no, not really. Ancient Grudge we want for Howling Mine specifically. What else do we not? Don't want the rejections, don't want the roast, don't want the blood moons, don't want the angers, don't want the threads. We have to cut 5 cards from the main deck. Roast. Does Smell Snare hit anything in their deck? Snapcaster Mages, maybe? Probably get these blood moons out of here. Roofies, if you're still in here, this is a good example of how does your deck line up. Like the Blood Moon playing against Mono Islands, not good. So a lot of it depends on, can you control your opponent long enough for a turn 5 through the breach to nuke their board with 6 permanents? That's pretty much what this comes down to. It's a blue-red control deck without the different flash win cons other than Snapcaster Mage. What else do we not want? With the snares, or am I getting a little too cute with the grudges? Maybe shave a grudge, shave a bolt, maybe? I think we want to get the second bolt out of there and get an ancient grudge in here. For everyone tuned in to seeing, if you like what we're seeing, feel free to hit that follow button so you know when we go live. If not, tell me how I can improve the stream. Yes, I know the video quality sucks. That's due to internet speed more than anything. Because when I do YouTube videos, they're quite fine, but not on uploading the stream. So Remand, Breach, Negate. Yeah, I think we keep this hand. More in line of what we're looking for. Opponent considering their options. This matchup will go long. Hopefully without them taking all the turns. But they do have a lot of counter. They do have cryptic commands, so that is something to consider. Keep their hand and yeah, the hand's fine. We're still missing an Emrakul to make the breach plan great, and okay, Serum Visions, sure. Serum Visions to smooth things out would probably be pretty good. But the problem for this matchup is they have things like Exhaustion and can't remember what the name of the spell is. I think it's Giga Drowse that allows them to yeah, I should draw a lot of things. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to. I didn't really want another Through the Breach. Okay, lightning bolt, sure. Alright. I don't want to discard the Through the Breach, but I think it's... I guess we discard Bolt here. We don't want them to know we're on the Through the Breach plan. Are they stuck on lands? I think they are. Go ahead and draw and discard ourselves. Alright, so we'll get rid of a breach. No, I haven't. That'd be interesting. I think our opponent just signed their own death warrant. Alright, so unless they have exactly Dispel here, they're dead. Let's see what they discard. So the other problem is they could potentially have Giga Draws, I guess. But now that we have two breaches and two... I guess they do have the Dispel. Oh, Spell Pierce. Okay, sure. Okay, Snapcaster on Serum Visions. Looks that way. They miss on a land drop. They could be dead. Because then they won't have up Spell Pierce or Giga Draws. Alright, see how this goes. Uh, Depends. It's only dumb if you don't. It's only dumb if you ever intend to not play Legacy. If you don't ever intend on playing Legacy or playing Legacy with Blue Force of Will, then it may not necessarily be a bad thing. Hmm. I began to wonder if they were going to cast it or not. They're definitely thinking. Very, very hard. Top. And bottom. No, like I said, it all depends on what your goal and game plan is. Do I try to through the breach here? I don't think this is going to resolve, but what's the worst our opponent can land? Sure. Okay, so if we hit another land, we can do that with Dispel backup. That's pretty good. Now, which set? Did you get a Monk, a Het, or Hour of Devastation? Yeah, Locust God's pretty busted. The Locust God? No, the Scarab God. Blue-black one is pretty busted. Locust God could even conceivably play and see something like this as a sideboard alternative to Kuranos. This is why people don't like playing control mirrors, because it can put people to sleep. And regardless, just want to make sure we're not disconnected. Regardless, the mono blue taking turns deck is a control deck at heart. It's a combo from the taking turns part, but it's a control deck. It's trying to stop you. Yeah, he can definitely be annoying. I've had some opponents you're not replicating it. Okay, floated blue mana. Not sure what my opponent was hoping to accomplish there. Does keep me from having 3 counter spells, I suppose. Um, hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Probably. That is a tough one. Probably on Burial Rites, I think. It's a card that I most enjoyed when it was in Standard, and it's a card that I enjoy toying around with when it's semi-viable. I've played a little bit of Gifts in Modern, so I enjoy it there. Oh, just have the fondest memories with of any standard deck, probably Junk Reanimator. So back through 4 or 5 years ago. So what is my opponent going for here? Yeah, Fatal Push is pretty good. It's a newer card. I haven't played with a ton of black decks that have Fatal Push in it, other than I played a little bit of blue-black control in Standard here recently. So other than that, I haven't had a ton of chance to play with Fatal Push. I've been playing in paper. I play a lot of Bane Eldrazi and Burn, so Fatal Push obviously doesn't go in those decks. And on here, I've been doing a lot of Standard. So I think I played a little bit in Zombies and a little bit in. Okay, what are you tapping down? Okay, Flow to Blue, sure. All right, what else are you tapping down? Flow to Blue. Actually, undo. Do this. Go ahead and copy that, counter that. This is why I hate playing against this deck. Specifically because of Giga Draws. Because it's a copy, it would not go back to, actually go back to their hand, so we'll be able to keep one more blue mana open this way. So much thinking. For their side, anyway. So they have 4 cards. We have quite a few more. Alright. We're choked on mana and they are not. Sure. Guess we discard a... Steam Vents? There's nothing to negate. The Giga Drowse is a spell that taps lands down, so negating it doesn't do any good. I just used Remand to keep the 1 land open, so I have access to 3 blue mana here. Favorite Planeswalker is probably either Elspeth Sun's Champion or Gideon Ally of Zendikar. Go ahead and attack in with Snappy here. What, Gideon or Elspeth? What's your favorite Planeswalker? Cannot let that card resolve. Yeah, Elspeth's pretty good. Which spell are you remanding? Remand targeting negate. Dispel your remand. Dictate gets countered. So even if you have 2 turn spells, I don't think you can win. Yeah, Nicol Bolas is pretty good. Mikakoru, Center of the Sea. Time Warp. Or target spell, draw a card. Alright. Opponent scooped it up. That was a grind fest. Sweet. The playmat was pretty cool. Playmat was definitely pretty cool. I unfortunately had to work all weekend and don't have a in-paper standard deck, so... Huh. Alright, so... 2 games and we haven't seen Howling Mine yet, but I'm pretty sure the lists still play that. Still want some number of bolts and electrolyzes. I like electrolyzed better because it's card cycling, so I think we just go ahead and roll with this. It's dumb that something like Censor might actually be decent in this deck. Yeah. Yeah. This is clearly a mulligan. This hand isn't great, but I think it'll do. I think we'll go ahead and keep another Serum Visions on top. Alright, fetch. Probably get a Steam Vents, because damage isn't terribly relevant in this matchup. Ancient Grudge and Serum Visions. I think we bottom that, keep the Serum Visions on top. And if they drop a Howling Mine, we're really going to be frustrating. Okay, no Howling Mine. Alright, so... Serum Visions. Are they going to remand something like this? Okay, another Serum Visions, Cryptic Command, Steam Vents. Well, Cryptic is not the best interaction against them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I go ahead and go top, bottom. Play another Serum Visions. We'll draw the Cryptic. I guess this is going to draw out the remand, sure. So we're not in the best spot in this game. Our opponent is getting low on time. Okay, there's the Gaia Reach. Okay, there's the Cryptic we knew we were drawing. Play the Serum Visions. Okay, Spell Snare. Not the greatest in the world. Okay. Don't think we want Emrakul yet. We want more interaction. Here comes the Dictate. Yep. Oh no. Okay. Draw and discard a card. I think we get rid of a Cryptic here. See what they discard. Computer. Just we have DSL here, so the quality isn't the greatest. I'd like to see a phone that can handle this much app speed, quite frankly. Could be quite entertaining, actually. So we actually played all 4 Serum Visions. Discard Mountain here. What, a computer? Another Cryptic Command. I think we go ahead and activate. Our opponent wants to land something, go for it. I think we get rid of Spell Snare here. Dispel seems like a good card to have. I guess if we're just standing here sculpting our hands, I'm not sure who wins that battle. I'm winning the time battle, which could potentially be important. Just keep thinking. Yep, Serum Vision's gonna resolve. So they actually discarded a Giga Drowse. Interesting. It is 1:27 a.m. here. So should be an hour ahead of Central Time. This league is taking quite a while because it is a control deck, so was hoping to get another league in, but I think this might be the only league that gets played tonight. So opponent goes top. Howling Mine. Figures wait a second here. I think we run out Snapcaster Mage on Spell Snare. Figures as soon as we discard the on Spell Snare. Alright. Fire this off. Opponent. Well, if we ever find an Emrakul that through the breach will be useful. I did bottom one earlier, so. Now we start our 10-turn clock. Seems good. Temporal Mastery. Wait for it to go on the stack. Remand. Spell Snare. So remand my remand. Let the Spell Snare go. And try to... I may have just punted there. Yep. Should have just let my original remand go and seen what happened. So the question becomes is can they kill us before their time runs out? They did all that and then they still do nothing with their turn? Okay. I'm confused. We had a huge fight over a time spell and they did nothing with their... Is this a Snapcaster Mage? I'll say I will gladly trade Snapcaster Mages and not care one iota. You have to let that resolve now. Problem for our opponent is they're going to run out of time. Okay, so we get the benefit of drawing cards now too. Start attacking in with Snapcaster Mage here. I think given the long game, our opponent might actually win this one. Usually about this time of night. So, usually on... Alright, they conceded it. Alright. We have drawn the Emrakul. Not for a good long while. Alright, so we're 3-1. I'm usually on at 11:30, 12 on Sundays and Wednesdays, sometimes Mondays. I'll do other streams throughout the day when I can, but between work and school schedule, it's a little bit tricky sometimes to be on as much as I'd like. So, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. We got one more match in us, and it'll probably call it a night. Have a little bit of a wrap-up about the deck. Beyond that, I'll probably be on tomorrow sometime in the afternoon or evening. All depends. Not sure what I'll stream. I use a card rental service, so allows me to have access to pretty much every standard deck I want and a good bit of modern decks. So most modern decks outside of like Jund and Abzan, the higher end, I'm able to access for the most part. So, alright, for the 4-1. Alright, we're on the draw here. So, snare, snap, breach. I guess we keep it, but this hand could easily be very bad. Thanks. See you around. Breeding Pool. Up against Infect? Possibly. This is not the best hand against Infect, if that is in fact what this is. Okay. Get a Steam Vents. Play out the Misty and pass. Wish we had one of our kill spells here, would be great. This feels like it should be a pretty good matchup overall, but not with this hand. Alright, Dryad Arbor. Distortion Strike, sure. Alright, here comes Corruptor. Go to 3, in fact. Try and snap out here for a blocker. Another Spell Snare. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. So we may very well be dead here. They have a pump spell and go for it. So 4, 5, we'll go to 9. Yeah, if you have another spell here, I'm pretty well dead. Alright, go to 9. Yep, got that one covered. Okay, remand is okay. So I think I upkeep Cryptic. Tap your team. Draw a card. You have Spell Pierce here. Okay, you do not. Sure. I'll say Emrakul one time, please. Instead, I think we are just dead. Play that Snapcaster for no value. Presume they just attack with their 2 Infectors, and then we die. Yep. Alright. So, sideboarding, we know what they're likely bringing in. So we want Engineered Explosives, Negate, Dispels, Roast, Anger of the Gods, Blood Moon, maybe? Cards we don't want. We don't want the Serum Visions. Cryptics aren't the greatest. Grudges have some play to them. I just don't like the thought of tapping out for Blood Moon. Get the Grudges to answer their Ink Moth. Shave a Cryptic. Shave a... Cut's just all Cryptic commands. Shave another Cryptic. And... maybe a snap, 1 snap. So it is a fairly mana-intensive card. Guess I'd like to play first. Ew. Yeah, that's a mulligan. Alright, this hand's much more reasonable. Keep. Opponent. Mulligans to 5. Yeah, we don't want an Emrakul on top right now. Play Island Pass. Hopefully they don't have like turn 1 Glistener Elf. Which they may in fact. Oh, Relic. Sure. Which is ironic because Graveyard Hate isn't the best against us. Because we're not trying to win that way. Alright, Loot House is good. Allows us to continue to sculpt our hand while they're kind of puttering around. Cryptic Command is good. So the question is, which card would we actually want to get rid of if we loot here? Guess we get rid of the Dispel, which feels bad. Yeah. Alright, Daddy. So all we need to do is find a breach and we're good. Yeah, that'll resolve. Just kill their mana. Guess if you have a mutagenic growth, this slows. Yep. Serum Visions. I'll find it through the breach. I don't. Well, I actually didn't want that Snapcaster, but alright. Everything's fine. Our opponent effectively dies next turn. Especially if they want to play anything here. It's possible they're holding something like Spell Pierce, so no sense in playing right into that. Alright, what are you trying to play here? Groundswell? Sure. I have old Krosa. Okay, we go up to 5 poison. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can run out the Snapcaster as a blocker, force some action, have Cryptic. See how you want to approach this. Yeah, that's fine. Block. Yeah. Get rid of Snapcaster. So return your opponent to its owner's hand, draw a card. Oh, right. Yep. I was meaning to bounce the elf, but actually bouncing the land's even better. Yep. Figured they had the piers. Good to know. Alright, now we just play this. Play an Emrakul. Alright. So it all comes down to game 3. Did we see anything that changes what we want? I don't think so. Instructions, remands, threads, cryptics. Try it like that. Obviously now our opponent knows that we're on the Through the Breach plan. Yeah. Hand has a lot of early interaction. I think we keep it. Keeps their 6-card hand. And alright. Plays Forest. Glistener Elf. Untapped Red Source would have been great. Instead, we'll have to settle for this. Inkmoth Nexus. This is a very scary start. Yeah, Relic is annoying, but it's beatable. They have quite the hand going, don't they? So, okay. 2 cards in hand. Pump spell, pump spell. I think I go ahead and roast the Glistener Elf here. Just because it's a lot harder for them to kill with Inkmoth. It is harder for me to deal with, but it's harder for them to kill with it. Okay, so they have a lot of Inkmoth Nexi. So answering their stuff is not going to be easy. Okay. Yeah, this is one of those cases where Blood Moon would actually be good. Alright. See how our opponent wants to approach this. Because right now they clearly have the advantage. Okay. Bolt this. Dispel. It's very interesting that they popped the relic in response to the... Huh. So if they draw another protection spell here, we're just dead. Oh, another Ink Moth Nexus? Hmm. Yeah, if you have the protection or the pump spell, we're dead here. Not much I can do about it. Please don't have it. Please don't have it. Of course they have it. Alright. And that's the matchup. So, end up 3-2. Close losses to Infect and Affinity. So, any thoughts or questions as we're wrapping up here? This is the list we were playing. It was the list that 5-0'd a daily league. Pretty good overall. Obviously had the chance to go even potentially 5-0, but couple choices here and there, along with a couple good draws by our opponent when they needed it. So cranial plating in the affinity matchup, and then that blossoming defense for our opponent. So what happens sometimes with Magic. So probably be broadcasting tomorrow at the same time or close there to maybe tomorrow afternoon, depending on what all is going on. So that's about it for tonight. If you like what you've seen here on the channel, feel free to hit that follow button. If not, feel free to let me know what I can do to improve. So that's all for this evening.